want to say complaining, but people are whining about the whole Yemen conflict in Yemen.
Yeah.
Because people are unwilling to understand the difference between a national interest and national security interest. They're completely two different things.
Okay.
We started the war in Yemen. Right? The United States National Security Agency started the war in Yemen by drone strikes way before Obama was president.
Yeah.
So when we're discussing something like this, yes. Am I telling you the viewer things that are oversimplified? Of course. I'm in the fucking kitchen at SOE in between breakfast talking about things that are in the news. Of course it's going to be oversimplified. If you want the complex class, then you need to come to Tennessee and sit down, and I will give you the complex class on why it was in the United States' interest to start a war in Yemen. Yes, we did start the war in Yemen. It wasn't a popular uprising. You're ignorant to think that a popular uprising like that would have been started in the manner it was started, because it's Hezbollah, so the Iranians, who are backing all the fighters within Yemen. This is a proxy war between Iran and the United States. We are using Saudi Arabia. Yes, that's right. We are using Saudi Arabia to fight the Iranians without putting any American forces in there. That's what Yemen is. So it's two different things. Whether you're talking about the war in Yemen, yes, I get it. Obama was not president when we started drone striking Yemen, because this is national security policy. He just continued on with that policy. That's why we're still sending billions of dollars of ammunition and bombs to Saudi Arabia so they can put them on the planes and fly over into Yemen and drop them. As far as the douchebag terrorist that we killed, and then we killed his son. You may have misunderstood what I was saying there, in the sense of, this is going to ruffle your feathers, but all Muslims are one step away from being a terrorist. It's just in their belief. You're going to tell me I'm crazy, but I can show you documented proof where dentists today, terrorists the next day, period. They're doing it all over the world. So the point about his son was, there was not a single bit, go ahead and do your research, not a single bit of credible intelligence that said his 15-year-old son was doing anything terrorist related. He was going to a fucking funeral. We still killed him. We fired a drone and killed him. Him and all his other 15-year-old friends. Now, could a 15-year-old be a terrorist? Most certainly. But he was an American citizen. And in the United States, we try to abide by a little document called the Constitution, which means he had due process. At any given time, we could have pulled him in and tried him as a terrorist. But we chose not to do that. Why? Because Obama understands the necessity for an honor killing. That's exactly what that was. That's all it was. It was nothing else. So, like I said, yes, we're in the kitchen.
Don't burn your finger.
He's making eggs.
Don't burn your finger.
That's what we do in here. So if you find that that I'm oversimplifying things, well, you're watching the wrong venue. I'm not on CNN or Fox News or whatever other channel you're watching. You want to talk about oversimplify. Your inability to understand the difference between national interest and national security interests, which the two they're not the same. The two are not the same. They don't mesh together. If you don't understand that, that's your problem, not my problem. I'm not angry. I don't ever look at comments, because for the most part, I don't have a basement, so I can't go in the basement. And I don't live with my mom, so she can't make me tuna fish sandwiches while I'm in the basement Facebooking or angry typing at people. So this is the best I can.
Where's my goddamn bacon?
I want bacon. Why are you hiding the bacon?
I'm just trying to keep it warm so you don't get mad, Skully.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good because you serve all the other stuff cold.
Yep, I know.
Cold, like chili cold.
Bacon.
That's not bacon.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Bacon. Just for you. That's all.
anyways, that's all I got to say.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Unless you were very interested in getting an M1 Abrams or several M1 Abrams out of the Middle East, then please call me. I actually had a dream the other night, for whatever reason, 2 M1 Abrams. I had a dream about 2 M1 Abrams that I didn't have to steal, so I think it's in the future. So, Elon, if you're out there, I know you did the whole flamethrower thing, and it was a joke, and all those people who bought the joke flamethrower, check it out. How cool would it be, Elon, if you had an M1 Abrams tank in the United States that you could put an electric engine in for the military so they could drive around with your space batteries? I just want a regular old M1 Abrams tank. So let's spitball here, Elon. Let's get that thing going. 3 months from now,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get a cryptic phone call from California
Yes.
about we need to meet.
It's Elon.
I don't think he'll use his real name.
No.
You're going to have to do some sort of code, Elon, because if my phone rings and the number is from California, I don't answer it. Because California is, I'm sorry, I know you love the state, Elon, because you are a bit of a hippie, but California is behind enemy lines. So I can't accept any phone calls from behind enemy lines because it's probably some sort of insurgency trying to locate me to hit me with a drone from California. So
Can't do it.
we're not doing it. Can't do it. So you're gonna have to send a text message or something that lets me know that it's not a trap.
The name of
And ATF, we won't bring the breech blocks. We'll cut them up. No breech blocks, so they'll be totally legal. I just still want the M1 Abrams. I'll put a sub-cal 50 cal barrel down the barrel of the M1 and shoot 50 cal out of it.
good idea.
You didn't have power last night?
Yeah, I have power. Probably 8:30 to 11:30. No power.
That's not too bad.
Not bad. It's never bad. So probably since I've been here, I've had the power go out like 5 times maybe. It's never been long, and it's never been bad. The weird part is, and this is just me, so I'm not saying anything bad about, who's it here? What's the power company? I want to say
Benton
SDG&E,
County.
but that's, behind enemy lines. I don't want to say anything bad about the electrical company here in Tennessee. But for whatever reason, when the power goes out here in Tennessee, it's never when you think the power would go out. Like, I've had some storms blow over my house where I'm like, yeah, the power is definitely going out. And it never goes out. But then there'll be a storm that's not, like, you're like, I could even go outside right now. It's not that bad. And the power goes out. It's weird. It's like there's somebody at Power Station Central that's like, click. And then as soon as he's like, oh man, I'll bet they're just closing their eyes. Click, every fucking appliance in the house turns on. For some reason, you've switched every light on in the house, even though they weren't on before power went out. That's the way it is every time. But never. But so for any of you that seen my Facebook post last night, I never post on Facebook, not real stuff anyways. I got I think it's called a RALS, R-A-L-S system. And it's a Pelican lighting system. It's just 2 LED lights, and it has I don't know what size the battery is. It's a pretty decent sized battery. I think the whole kit weighs 40 pounds. But 13 hours of battery life. And it lit up the entire house. Like, if you see the video, you're going to be like, your power wasn't out. Yeah, my power was out. I just had that Pelican battery opposite light on that was lighting up the whole house. So, get one. I'm actually going to get another one because I want the next time the power. I'm probably going to get 2 more actually. Because the next time the power goes out in my area, I want to turn them all on so everybody's like, hey man, how come he's got power? Just like that. So, that's all I got. That's it. No more. Stop following me. I'm trying to eat bacon, and all you're doing
It's filming.
is filming bacon. I'm just thinking that Elon, the idea of a Department of Defense contract to make all the M1 Abrams electric, that's got to be worth more than your little space program. I'm just thinking of if he actually did it, would I want to keep the turbo diesel engine, or would I want to keep the jet engine in the M1 Abrams, or go with the Elon electric engine?
I mean,
It'd be quieter.
it would be. Oh, shit.
It'd be a lot quieter.
Rolling thunder. Silent.
No, it wouldn't be silent. It'd just be quieter.
I know.
It'd just be quieter. Gabby, knock it off.
I was just wondering, do they wear ear protection in those tanks, or it's not that loud? You just
No,
get
it
used
is-
to it.
It is that loud, but all enclosed military all enclosed heavy military vehicles. For I don't know, they didn't do it so much in World War II, but almost all afterwards. You have the problem is it's hard to communicate between the 3 positions or the 4 positions, depending on what kind of vehicle you're in. So all the vehicles have headsets, so you can communicate throughout the vehicle. So you basically are wearing Ear Pro anyways. They just Gulf War veterans, but this last Iraq conflict, they just started doing it for non-armored vehicles. So like all the Humvees and stuff like that, all the Humvee guys wear an intercom system, so they can, once again, it's all about being able to talk to the crew within the vehicle to get them to find targets and stuff like that. Stop it! God damn it, Gabby! I'm going in the other room.